Hello there. Today we're going to be doing a quick speed run on 221, which with probably the only way that I know that this is doable, which is obviously abusing Praetus. Um, so yeah, you kind of need Praetus. You don't necessarily need a full Arbiter team. I'm pretty sure you can do this with just two, possibly three. Uh, but yeah, here we go. The concept is just going to be abusing that lightning to take down the boss as quick as possible. We're going to drop a Cyrene early just to get some of that extra cost. We happily drop a Praetus. We let Cyrene pop her ult, recall her, drop a Dolores, and then just let Praetus kind of do his thing here. One part that is somewhat important is going to be right before this last attack he'll do. Pop his ult. That way he gains that attack buff. And then we just wait for the boss. And boss is showing up right about now. Pop Dolores. Pop the lightning. He's going to get absolutely destroyed. But since I do not have enough attack, he's not fully dead. That's fine. We continue. From here, it's basically just the Volca strat for this specific part of it. We wait for that flash. Flash, drop Decimus. Boom, 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 boom. Boss is still throwing his angry little tantrum. That's okay. Here, we're going to drop a Constance, drop our Vortex, drop our Ajax, and wait again. You could probably use... There's really a few options you could use here for Ajax. You could also just drop tanks and wait until Praetus charges up. You do want to kind of get started on these mobs as soon as possible, so having at least one other AoE unit, or even just unit in general, to start taking them out is going to be somewhat necessary. You might even be able to recall Praetus a little bit earlier than I did, just to have him out a little bit earlier, get the lightnings out, and do what you need to do. We're just going to ult with Ajax here, get rid of pretty much everything, ult with Constance, and lightning to finish off the boss. And from here, it's just kind of sitting here and killing everything that tries to get close. Might as well just drop a Valk for the sake of it, but in this instance, you're probably more interested in having a genuine tank. A Cyrene built tanky will work for that, but it really doesn't matter at this point because you've basically cleared the dungeon, the gear raid. The only other part that is somewhat relevant is going to be the last four runners. Because if you can kill them quick enough, so we're gonna do Dolores, Constance, and pop the lightnings. And this should normally take out everyone if you have enough arbiters. And that will probably cut down on your clear time massively. 324. You can probably get it even lower if you time that lightning even closer. I'm not exactly sure what happens if you actually... If you start the lightning before the last two spawn, just because I didn't really care about messing with it. At about a second close, it probably doesn't really matter. But it's probably something you can do. Gear-wise, there we got a good Soulbound Arcana set with the plus 25 Tear of Twilight for Praetus. I'm just going to do it from here for this because it's mostly Arbiters. Ajax has also a Tear of Twilight and some good Soulbound Arcana. Again, these two... Ajax isn't really necessary here. You could use any number of AoE units that can at least hit the tiles in front of the tank. You should be fine with it. Valk was running some Infernal Roar because she's geared for GVG, but it doesn't really serve much of a purpose in this instance. I'm probably better off using Cyrene when I used her. And then the only one that really matters past all of this is just really Dolores running in Vig in a in Vig attack, and Vortex, who's running just an HP build. Cyrene is running some tanky mana spring, but like it doesn't really genuinely matter. And that's basically it. 3 minute 24 seconds to 21. It's not the fastest one out there, but provides at least somewhat of an idea of how you could get this done. And you can cut down on the number of arbiters. I believe the first time I did this, I just had Praetus in it and Ajax. So it's definitely doable with 3. As long as you can deal more than 40%, more than 50% of the boss's HP, you're basically fine. Because you're going to do the same number of lightnings that I just did anyways. And yeah, that's about it. So cheers. Have a nice one.